Talk to me about some of the highest pressure situations that you've been in. An illustrious career of dealing with crazy different circumstances.
Probably my first case actually is when I was at Scotland Yard, and it's based in a cramped flat in London. And one of the younger sons had been taken by a rival drug gang. And so after a couple of days, we're in this small flat, lots of family members around, high emotion, and we're coaching, myself and my colleague are coaching the other brother as the communicator. Because obviously we don't want to advertise that police are involved. And then the threats start coming in, and there's a bit of almost like a mock execution in the background. We can hear the hostage in a bit of pain. And then the kidnappers say, right, we know where you are, and they gave the address, and we know you're working with the police. We're going to send some guys round to spray the place with a MAC-10 machine gun, and they're on the way right now. And I'm thinking, right, okay, a MAC-10 machine gun is like the weapon of choice of gang members in London. It's one of the most deadliest weapons you can ever use, particularly in the hands of people who aren't very good with using it. I'm thinking, this is an interesting set of circumstances to be in here. And I looked at my colleague, and he looks at me, and we're like, is this a bluff? Are they just trying to have us over here? But we didn't take any chances. So very quickly, because at the time I'm a member of the biggest gang in London, the Metropolitan Police. So we actually got two big armed response vehicles parked.
We've got more guns than you.
Yeah, and there was literally 6 heavily armed SO19 officers there. And actually that blew our cover in a way because we wanted to be discreet, but far better that than, a family full of victims in a flat somewhere, including myself and my colleague. So that was the firk.
How did that end up getting resolved?
Oh, in the end, we managed to get the brother back. And that's actually interesting. In the UK or the US, in kidnappings or hostage takings, normally there's some kind of hostage rescue. Okay. Because we've got the best SWAT teams in the world. Whereas in other parts of the world, I'd always stress for a negotiated settlement here, because there's a 93% chance of a successful resolution that way. I would not trust many, many governments and units around the world to conduct a hostage rescue. It's just fraught with too many dangers. But in the UK, that's pretty much how they will pan out. And so our job is actually see if we can negotiate the release, but it's also to buy time as well.